Hello, today I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about Wayground. Wayground used to be Quizizz. They have changed their name over the summer. If you have used Quizizz before, anything that you have used is still going to be in your library for you to choose to use again. But they decided to change their name in order to reflect more what you're able to do with the program. So if you have not used Wayground before, you can either go into wayground.com or in our Clever Resources, we have a tab that you can use in order to get to Wayground, you and your students. So with Wayground allows you to go through and create any resource that you would like, assessments, presentations, videos, passages, and flashcards. You can, in many cases, go in and one of the quickest things that most people like to use it for is just to create assessments, things that they can just put up on the screen and, like Kahoot or any of those others, create an activity for students to do. You can use their AI generation in order to create something yourself from scratch, in which you'll have to type everything in. Or you can also import worksheets or questions that you have, Google Forms, spreadsheets, documents, those sorts of things, for them to go and create something with that. The flashcards are similar. You can either come in and you can type in terms and definitions, words, whole paragraphs, upload documents, put in certain topics or articles in order to generate with AI. Or again, you can go in and create from scratch and make your own flashcards in order to have students to do some practice in the classroom. One of the reasons why many of the kids like to use Wayground is because there are ways that when you to individually assign it or put it up there so that the students can go in and it's just gamified. And so they find that more interesting and they prefer to go in and they find that more entertaining, more fun. So for many of these, if you don't know where to start, if you're not sure, you can always search the resources. They have hundreds of thousands of resources already been made. Usually if you let it know when you start an account what subjects and grade levels you teach, they will give you a list of things that would be examples or popular topics. As far as going in for reading comprehension, for instance, you could come in and there are comprehension strategies on the side. You will see that they give you here are all the flashcards that deal with that, and they will also have things that have teaks available. They have passages on some of them in which you can go and have students read a passage, and then there is a question set to go through there. As always, if you're using something that comes from, another source, just read through it, check for any errors. Again, many of these things are either made by AR or they're made by other educators, and so you may have to go and check to make sure that the activity is up to the rigor of what you need for your classroom. But again, many of them are done with TEK standards that are listed, and any of them you can go in, and once you have copied and edited it into your own library, you can go in and change questions, add questions to it, make any other kind of changes that you want to make to any of these activities. Anything that you make will be found in my library afterwards. And any time that you assign a session to students, then any sessions that you have running or that have scheduled or completed will be shown on the sessions page. And then any students that maybe you decide to add, you could import classes from Google Classroom in order to go in and set that up. But you don't have to. Again, you can run it just like Kahoot. It will give the students a code. The students go in, put the join code in, and then they're able to do that activity right at the moment. And so again, it's a good way to do review with your students, review vocabulary, kind of keep them engaged, and they really enjoy it and have a really good time. So jump in if you've not used it before. If you have used it but you haven't used it in a while, go in, look and see what kind of changes they've made to the program and see what you can find.